It is time. Mualani's kit is finally here. It's fully out. Let's go over this whole thing. No need for speculations or whatever. Let's just get right over into it. So, oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay. Mualani has the dolphin, yada, yada, yada. Just like your mom's, like Genshin Impact. Splish, splash, wave chaser. Get character skill showcase. So, Mualani's a hydro damage dealer with high mobility. I believe she, again, is going to be second ranking hydro DPS in the game. Potentially has the possibility to out damage Nervalette if the Pyro Archon Synergy does well with her. But let's talk about this. So Ascension, this is going to be new. All of these are new. You need those. That's new. Excuse me, this is not new. These two are not new. She uses the whale still. So start farming your whale. I haven't farmed the whale in a minute. I am not going to lie. I'm a piece of crap. So cooling treatment. This is the normal attack. She throws little fishies at you. Performs up to 3 normal attacks that deal hydro damage. Charge attacks certain amount of stamina to smack a puffer ball into the air that deals AoE damage upon landing, and then that's her plunge. Wait, what's the charge attack? I'm trying to see which one is the charge. Oh, okay. That's when she pulls out the fish. Okay, and then plunging attacks are normal plunging. Nothing too crazy here. This is the big stuff that changes the game. And gamers, this is MTash here. This changes everything. This is changing the way exploration is going to happen. And in a sense of like exploration, she is a must-pull character, honestly. If you want to not deal with the nonsense, we don't know how often or how readily available these little Pokemon are going to be available to us. So, excuse me. We'll see what happens. But so Mualani mounts her Sharky Surfboard, increasing her movement speed and interruption resistance, and entering Night Soul's Blessing state. I will touch on Night Soul in a bit. I've already dropped a video on the artifact set and what power creep is coming with this Night Soul Blessing stat. But let's go over some other things. Can move on water and liquid. Just call it lava while the state is active, and she will take no damage from the latter. Okay, cool. So that's a W. We love to see that. She'll take no damage from these. We'd love to see that. So her skill, this is the combat. She runs into you 3 times, and if you see, my understanding is that the Night Soul is this little thing. The Night Soul, she gains immediately 60, I believe. I could be wrong on the number, but that actual bar, not the 3 little fishies, but the bar is the Night Soul. So you immediately get, I guess we could cover the artifact set now. The artifact set is whenever you enter Night Soul stance, you are gaining 40% crit rate for free, as opposed to Mara Chase, when you need to do some sort of HP, loss or gain or whatever the case may be, you actually get that just off for using a skill or potential burst. Excuse me, okay. So when Mualani makes contact with the opponents in the Night Soul's Blessing state, she can obtain a maximum of 3 fishies, wave momentum stacks. In this state, Mualani's normal attacks will deal Night Soul aligned hydro damage to a maximum of 5 enemies she came in contact to, based on her max HP and the number of wave momentum stacks. Mualani can accumulate wave momentum stacks by coming into the contact with different or identical opponents. So she can hit an opponent, and obviously she gets those stacks by hitting individual opponents or the same opponent, etc. So they're saying that she can have she can hit up to 5 people with this attack. So if you notice when she does it, there's like a little drop that comes down. So it's not just single target. There is something that is hitting the back helios as well. So in total, she can only hit up to 5. It does still seem a little bit more single target centric focused. I don't know how well that AoE attack is going to be, but the Heavens and God, shout out to the big God, is dropping it down like the way drop something on your mom. And so now, so that makes sense. So she gets these 3 stacks. They do Night Soul infuse hydro damage, which is a positive. You are pretty much always going to be proccing the artifact set with her, which makes her so valuable. Now, the burst is the Boom Shakalaka. Boom Shakalaka. Fires a super shark missile that can track opponents, dealing Night Soul aligned AoE damage based on Mualani's max HP. Obviously, HP scaling. We know that clearly. More Night Soul, again, activating that artifact set to make her genuinely just busted. So, okay, now this is where we get to the Night Soul points. Okay. Mualani's Night Soul point consumption while moving on water and lava during Night Soul Blessing is decreased. After her Night Soul points are depleted, Mualani will switch to consuming blah, blah, blah. I don't know what that means. So she's going to be consuming some sort of bar above her head to keep this going. I don't know if maybe that's going to deplete her health or something, but if you see, she is completely out of Night Soul points here. As opposed to using her Night Soul points, she is now depleting some sort of bar. We don't know what that bar necessarily does. That is actually kind of crazy. While in an area with follow mechanics within Natlan, When the active character is currently sprinting, swimming in a movement mode caused by certain talents or at a certain height in the air, when switching to Mualani will gain 40 Night Soul points and enter the Night Soul Blessing state. Again, making Exploration just an absolute breeze with her, and then these are the talents. So this is the good stuff. Yeah. So normal attacks, whatever, we get that. So combining her mastery of speed and the waves in the water, Mualani can surf anytime, anywhere. After using the skill, Mualani will gain 60 Night Soul points, which is the little bar we saw, and entering the Night Soul Blessing state. Continuously consuming Night Soul points when they are depleted or when the skill is used again. Mualani's Night Soul's Blessings will end. The state itself has the following traits. So she mounts. This is pretty much just a normal recap, but I want to see if they have really like any. Yeah, okay, so they do have some specifics here. Mualani mounts her Sharky Surfboard, increasing Mualani's movement speed, interruption resistance, we know. Move on water. Normal attacks will be converted to Sharky Bites, dealing Night Soul a line. When she makes contact with the opponents in the state, Mualani applies marked as prey to them and gains 1 wave momentum. Max 3 stacks. 1 stack can be gained from the same opponent every 0.7 seconds. So you cannot just run into the same opponent over and over and over and over and over again. You do have to wait approximately 1 second. Not a big deal. Excuse me, and then wave momentum and marked as prey. When Mualani uses Sharky Bites, her damage dealt increases based on the wave momentum stacks, and she's maximum of 3 stacks, as we could tell. Will be converted into Sharky. When she has 3 stacks, Sharky's Bite will be converted to Sharky Surging Bite, further increasing her damage, removing all of her stacks when the opponent is hit. So once you get those 3 stacks, then after that, so once you get those 3 stacks, you pretty much just do more damage. It'll take them all away. That is fine. When Sharky's Bites hits an opponent marked as prey, that mark will be removed, and she will fire shark missiles up to 5 nearby opponents marked as prey. We went over this before. Dealing damage to them equal to the Sharky's Bites instance and clearing their marks. If more than one opponent is the target of Sharky's Bite and shark missiles, the damage dealt will decrease, decreasing at most to 72% of the original damage when 3 opponents are targeted. Wow, okay. If more than one opponent is the target, okay, the damage dealt will decrease. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, regardless, it's still solid, but it's kind of weird. Wait, I have to. If more than one opponent is the target of Sharky Bites and Sharky Missiles, the damage will decrease. Huh. That's interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess we're going to have to do more testing to give you like a solid, genuine thoughts process on that. But let's continue. Elemental Burst, boom, shaka. Fire Super Shark, Missile, max HP, okay, passive talents. When Sharky Surging Bite hits an opponent, a puffer will be generated nearby. Mualani restores 20. When she picks up a puffer. Okay, only 2 puffers can be created in this way during the single instance of being in Night Soul Blessings. So you start off with 60, but you can gain an additional 40. So you have it pretty much up to 100 Night Soul points. That the way I'm interpreting this. Yeah, that's valid. Okay, I take those. Natlan's Greatest Guide. After nearby party members triggers a Night Soul Burst, Mualani will gain 1 stack of Wave Chaser's exploits, which will last for 20 seconds and max 3 stacks. When she uses Boom Shakalaka, Mualani will clear all of Wave Chaser's exploits stacks and increase the damage of the Boom Shakalaka by 15, 30, and 45% of her max HP based on the amount of stacks cleared. Okay. All right, this is the stuff that I was really looking to see. This is pretty massive. So, yeah, you just need to have people from Natlan pretty much on the team, right? So that's valid. Triggers a Night Soul Burst. Yeah, so okay, cool. This probably is not going to proc with a lot of people as of yet. Again, I'm assuming she's going to perfectly synergize with the Pyro Archon due to the fact that she seems to be more of a vape-centric unit. So that is my assumption. And so after Night Soul points are depleted, Mualani will switch to consuming whatever that is to maintain her Night Soul blessings. While in the area within Natlan, she can use Night Soul Transmission. Mualani. When active characters currently sprinting or swimming, blah, blah, blah. The following will trigger when switching to Mualani. We know this already. Okay, Night Soul Transmission can be triggered every 10 seconds. Usually Mualani's Night Soul points while moving on water during Night Soul's blessing is decreased by 75%, while in Natlan, her Night Soul point consumption is decreased with her. Okay, it's not too crazy here. And then obviously she gets something a little extra from there. Now, I'm going to open up Twitter on the other tab because you never know what's happening. But they did drop her weapon as well, which is curious. I want to see what the weapon is. I will say overall, again, she seems pretty valid. We have to see like a little bit more specifics of like the multipliers and whatnot. But overall, I'm not mad about her kit. I think she's going to be a very solid unit. So when you are first getting her, you're probably going to have to wind up running Sheng Lang, because you're going to want vapes. You probably don't want to run any of their pyro characters. You probably like run like a Dia, Shang Lang, whatever the case may be. And then as time goes on, we'll get the character. The only problem with Shang Lang is the ER requirements, right? So in the meantime, you would want to run her in the interim. But she seems pretty valid. I don't know her capabilities of AoE targeting. I think her AoE targeting is still probably going to be very minimal, unfortunately. But Charizard's Catalyst is absolutely fucking adorable, by the way. 88.2 crit damage is a massive W, and so max HP increased by 20% once every 15 seconds after the for the 14 seconds after using an elemental skill, gain 4 Scorching Summer attacks. Each stack increases normal attack damage by 12%. For the duration of this effect, once every 1.5 seconds, lose 1 stack after the normal attack hits an opponent, once every 1.5 seconds. Gain 1 stack after triggering a vaporized reaction on an opponent. Max 4 Scorching stacks. So yeah, she is going to be purely vaporized. Now, I have a video, depending on when you're watching this, it might be out already, might not be out already, but they did release the information on the new craftable catalyst. This is a very good catalyst, obviously. Clearly, it is tailored directly towards her. It's going to help with these, give you stacks from triggering vaporize attacks and just using an elemental skill. So obviously, it's going to be best in slot, but the catalyst is not bad either because it is going to give you HP. Let me see. I don't know if I can bring it up real quick. I don't know if I still have it up. It will give you HP and helps normal attack damage as well. So I mean, overall, man, I think Mualani is a
W's in the
is a W in the shot.
W's in the
shot. I think Mualani is not a bad unit. Again, from expiration wise, she's gonna be top tier. She's gonna be like useful. Like her and Benton are gonna be where it's at. You can clearly see the use she has, and she does have mainly single target damage properties, in my opinion. But then obviously you have the little things that do the follow ups. But overall, man, I'm excited. I wasn't excited for this character at first, but going through her kit makes me have a bit more confidence. Again, I think we're going to see a lot of these characters that when they first drop, their full potential is not going to be reached yet due to the fact that a lot of them are revolving around Night Soul. And so with this Night Soul and not only this artifact set, but you are not going to get the full capabilities of these kits yet, right? So I also think this is just looking long term. This is an easy way to power creep because as opposed to quote unquote nerfing, you can then just now create another gimmick for like when say Shaznaya comes out and Night Soul is now phased out. So it's very smart. I definitely do have concerns about the meta, but that is for a different conversation. Overall, Mualani is very good. Again, if you're rolling her day one, you're obviously going to run some sort of vapes. I don't know what her interruption resistance is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be 100%. If a shielder works with it, I really don't know yet. But definitely a vaporized team for sure. Shang Lang, Dia. Yeah, I mean, like, it's pretty basic stuff, right? So, with that being said, let me know what you think. Are you excited? Are you pulling? Are you rolling for Spider-Man /Ben 10 instead? Let me know. I love you. Mwah. I'll see you in the next one.